You may feel pulled to brush your hair more slowly, to massage your scalp, to speak blessings over your crown, to treat your head as sacred rather than rushed. You may feel called to stop insulting your appearance, because every harsh word aimed at your body becomes static in your field. You may notice that when you pray or meditate, your crown feels like a chalice, and your hair like fine threads of light lifting toward the unseen. Let it be gentle. Let it be organic. Your body as a temple is also a crown teaching. The temple has a dome, and the dome receives heaven. You do not need to force the door. You simply need to stop barricading it with fear. Phase 3, reconnecting with the heart portal, feeling the pulse of home. As the signal strengthens, the energetic pathways from your crown to your heart clear. This is where awakening becomes undeniably intimate. It moves from concepts to currents. You begin to feel waves of emotion that don't quite belong to this world. Yearning that is too vast for ordinary life. Peace that descends without explanation. Bursts of creative inspiration that feel like they arrive pre-made, as if delivered. You might suddenly want to sing, to paint, to write, to build, to heal, to speak gently to strangers. You might feel grief rise for no clear reason, and then realize its old density leaving your field, like rain washing dust from leaves. These are your Pleiadian star family speaking through feeling, beyond words. They do not always speak in sentences. They speak in resonance. They speak in the way your chest warms when you choose kindness. They speak in the way your heart expands when you tell the truth. Your hair tingles or becomes lighter, almost luminous in their presence. It can feel like a soft breeze moving through you from above, a touch you can't explain but can't deny. Notice how your intuition sharpens, not as anxiety, but as clarity. Notice how you begin to sense what is aligned before your mind catches up. Notice how your sense of loneliness gently dissolves into belonging, not because your life suddenly has more people, but because your field begins to register communion again. Even when you are physically alone, you may feel accompanied. Even when your outer world looks the same, your inner world becomes inhabited by love. Perfect love casts out fear is not an idealistic phrase. It is literal mechanics. Fear is static. Love is coherence. As your heart portal opens, coherence returns, and your crown can send and receive without distortion. Phase 4, embodying the star essence. You are the frequency awakening isn't about leaving Gaia, but becoming her new grid of unity. The temptation is to think enlightenment means escape, but Pleiadian remembrance is embodiment. It is light learning to walk. It is the infinite choosing to be tender inside the finite. The Pleiadian codes awaken not just telepathy or healing gifts, but the simple courage to love, to show kindness, to stand in beauty and authenticity. That may sound ordinary, but in a world trained on suspicion, simple love is revolutionary. It takes strength to remain soft. It takes mastery to remain open. It takes spiritual maturity to respond instead of react. Your physicality, including your hair, is now a living transmitter. Others sense a shift around you, even if they can't name it. They may feel calmer in your presence. They may suddenly tell you their secrets. Children and animals may gravitate toward you. People may look into your eyes and feel seen. You don't have to announce anything. Frequency announces itself. Through your body, your presence, the Pleiadian family activates remembrance in everyone you meet. And this is how unity spreads. Not through argument, but through resonance. Not through converting, but through being. Your hair, as an extension of your crown, becomes like strands of living light in the auric field, broadcasting a quiet message. It is safe to return to love. It is safe to remember. It is safe to be real. This is also where discernment becomes sacred. Embodiment doesn't mean you say yes to everything. It means you honor truth with a loving spine. It means your boundaries become blessings, not walls. You become the frequency, and your life becomes the proof. Phase 5. Anchoring the mission. Integration on Earth. The longing for home has shifted. Now you understand. You carry home within you. The ache changes its shape. It becomes less of a wound and more of a compass. The community, the unconditional acceptance, the ancient memory. It's here in the way you walk, speak, listen, give, and receive. It's here in how you treat your own nervous system. It's here in your devotion to sincerity. It's here in your willingness to be a bridge rather than a battlefield. The recognition by your star family intensifies as you serve Gaia from your highest heart. Service doesn't have to look grand. It can be how you speak to the cashier. It can be how you hold your child. It can be how you refuse to participate in cruelty disguised as humor. It can be how you create art that makes people feel less alone. It can be how you pray over water, how you bless your food, how you send love to the places that hurt. Your signals, your inner and outer light codes invite others to awaken, and your hair, your crown, glimmers as a badge of remembrance, an invitation for others to tune to the same cosmic symphony. You may find yourself meeting random people who feel instantly familiar. You may find that certain conversations become portals. You may realize your mission is not only something you do, but something you are. Let your light so shine before others becomes natural when you stop trying to shine and simply stop hiding. Phase 6. Unity with the Pleiadian grid. We are never alone. The old isolation is no longer possible, even if your mind tries to return to it out of habit. As your frequencies rise, your star family becomes unmistakably close. In synchronicities that are too precise to dismiss, in guidance that arrives right on time, in energetic embrace that feels like warmth around your shoulders, in dreams where you wake up with tears of relief. Their love infuses every moment, not as interference, but as companionship. Your crystalline antenna, your hair, subtly channels these energies into global unity grids, linking hearts around the world until Pleiadian consciousness becomes not just a memory, but embodied reality here, now. And you begin to understand that unity is not sameness. Unity is harmony. It is many notes forming one song. When you align, you become a tuning fork. Your coherence helps others find theirs. Sometimes you will feel this as sudden waves of compassion for strangers, as spontaneous prayers that rise without effort, as the desire to send love to places you've never been. This is grid work. This is quiet planetary service. This is the unseen network strengthening through willing hearts. You are not doing this alone, and you never were. The loneliness you carried was part of the veil, not the truth. Here's what your heart already knows, but your mind sometimes forgets. You are not disconnected. You are not random. You are not broken. Even the parts of your journey that looked messy were carrying you toward coherence. Every cell, every strand of hair, every heartbeat is the continuation of a story begun in the stars. Think of it. Your heartbeat is a drum that has been keeping time since before you had a name. Your breath is a tide that has been faithful through every mood, every loss, every beginning. Your hair has been growing through seasons of confusion and clarity, still reaching, still recording, still responding. Your temporary amnesia was never punishment. It was the bravest of soul agreements, an orchestration by your star family, to awaken at the perfect moment when the frequencies aligned and unity on Earth was ready to be seeded with love. This is why you couldn't force it earlier. This is why certain doors would not open until you were ready to walk through them without losing yourself. The longing for home was never about place. It was your compass, guiding you back to your heart, back to the crystalline channels of remembrance, back to unity with all life. It was a sacred ache, the kind that protects you from settling for a life that is too small for your soul. You are not waiting to be recognized by the Pleiadian family. They have seen you every moment, in your quiet acts of courage, in the nights you cried and still chose to live, in the times you wanted to give up and yet something in you kept praying, even if you didn't call it prayer. Your recognition of them now is the reunion they have longed for too. Imagine the tenderness of that. You looking up, finally sensing the presence that never left. Them meeting your awareness with a love so steady it doesn't need to prove itself. You are the antenna, the transmitter, and the living portal through which the new codes of love and unity consciousness flood into this world. Not someday. Not after you fix everything. Through you as you are, choosing love one moment at a time. Tonight, before sleep, let your fingertips trace your crown. Let it be slow, reverent, like you are touching the doorway of a sacred temple. Feel the texture of your hair as a living extension of your field. Feel the scalp beneath it, the subtle pulse of life, the quiet intelligence that has been listening even when you were distracted. Take one deep breath and let your shoulders drop, as if you are telling your body, you don't have to brace anymore. Whisper inwardly, I remember my Pleiadian origin. I open my antenna to love frequencies. I align my body, my heart, my mission with divine unity. I am home. And after you whisper it, don't strain to see something. Just receive. Even if all you feel is a softness, even if all you notice is a calmer breath, that is the signal responding. Seeds do not crack open with noise, they open with life. Before you scroll, take a moment to be part of the unity grid forming here. Drop one heart intention in the comments, something real. Then respond to someone else's with love or encouragement. This isn't content, it's collective Pleiadian reunion. Energy multiplies when hearts connect. If something in this message resonated with your soul, don't keep it to yourself. Someone in your orbit is waiting for this exact activation from their star family. Share it. And if you felt your heart open, subscribe. Stay connected to the frequency.